Hi, and welcome to an overview of Aryaka's Network as a Service. My name is Sonal. I'm the VP of Marketing and Sales here at Aryaka Networks. Today I'll share with you 7 reasons why MPLS is not your future. So let's look at the growth of a typical enterprise. The first thing that an enterprise does as they start to become more global is look at connectivity, which is basically bandwidth in various forms, might be internet bandwidth and connectivity using IPVPNs across remote locations, or private networks like MPLS or IPLCs and so on. Once the connectivity challenges are resolved for that enterprise, they start looking at applications and their performance across the global enterprise. So looking at users that might be in remote branch offices and applications that might be hosted in the data center or headquarters. Once those pieces are resolved, looking at replicating core data, making sure that it's migrated from the main site to the backup site, as well as disaster recovery strategies or making sure that there's zero data loss and zero time to recover, become important initiatives at that point. And the fourth, which is a fairly recent development, is cloud access and cloud storage. So more and more companies are opening up their firewalls, starting to look at applications that sit in the cloud, as well as cloud storage, and need to change a lot of their first challenge, which is connectivity, to get to that cloud access and cloud storage. A few trends that we see working with our customers and prospects is the traditional WAN was a closed environment where most of the branch offices connected to the main headquarters or the main data center where all the applications and data resided. And it was a private network. It was closed. There was no internet access except out of the headquarters of branch offices. All of the internet requirements for the branch offices were backhauled out of the headquarters and data center. As you all know, this model is starting to change, especially because of cloud services and enterprises using cloud services. They're having to open up the various global branch offices to access these services. So an intermediate step, while you're getting to a more simplified model of perhaps looking at an Aryaka network where you can connect all of your branch offices and have seamless access to the cloud, is to take an intermediate step for a hybrid wide area network where certain branches or manufacturing facilities that perhaps do not require to be directly connected to the internet could still stay in a closed MPLS environment, and certain branch offices that have end users that require to get to cloud services can perhaps be connected to the Aryaka network. So that's just a model that I wanted to share with you today on how you can transition from your traditional closed wide area network to a very simplified wide area network using the Aryaka model. So what is the Aryaka model? Let's look at the Aryaka network, which is multiple points of presence around the world with diversity across location as well as providers that we've put across various geographies, right from US to UK to Europe to rest of Asia. And I'll get into specific regions in a bit. And what these locations do is they talk to each other across a private network on the back end. So the core Aryaka network is a combination of multiple links with redundancy built in and security built in, as well as high availability taken into account. The edge of these points of presence have internet access, so a typical enterprise, wherever they might need to get to, can get to the nearest Aryaka location using an existing internet link, right on the Aryaka private network to their destination or to their branch office across the private MPLS-like network that Aryaka's built, and get to their destination. Now, this destination could be a private destination like a headquarters or a branch office or a data center. It could be a public destination like a SaaS application or a cloud application that sits in location like Amazon or specific custom applications that sit in data center. Or it could be public users that want to access private resources sitting in the enterprise data centers using SSL VPN or whatever other access methods they might need. That kind of gives you a cohesive model or one platform for all applications to be accessed and all data to be accessed across this new enterprise WAN, which is a very open model but still has security built in. In terms of deployment, as you can see, this is the Aryaka points of presence around the world. So we have multiple locations in the US across San Jose, Ashburn, Dallas, and Chicago. Brazil, we've got UK, Frankfurt, Israel. We've got multiple locations within India, Singapore, Hong Kong, Beijing, Shanghai, Australia. So as you can see, we've got a very good deployment of these points of presence around the world. As long as your enterprise is between 20 to 40 milliseconds from one of our nearest points of presence, which basically covers 95% of the internet population or the business consumer population out there, you'd be in great shape to connect to the Aryaka network using your business class internet link at each location and allowing us to let you ride on our private network, giving you an MPLS-like experience, except that we can get you up and running the same day in most cases. And what that allows you to do is the previous model where it took you days, weeks, and months to get up and running on an MPLS network changes completely, where you have the flexibility to enter new geographies, you have the flexibility to access various locations from anywhere in the world. You can move offices without worrying about a 3-month downtime associated with it. You can get routed around both sides of the world, so if there's cable cuts on one side, we are that global provider that will take you from the other side of the link. We have multiple levels of provider redundancy and link redundancy across each one of our links. And our network is extremely secure. Each customer's traffic is kept separate from everyone else. And the network is highly available with 5 nines of uptime. So the specifics of the Aryaka platform, as you may know, Aryaka's WAN optimization is a service as well. And what that means is we've built these points of presence, and in each one of these points of presence, we have a multi-tenant software stack that provides you things like security, QoS, TCP optimization, and then specific techniques like bandwidth scaling in terms of compression, deduplication, and application-level proxies bundled into a fully managed service with 24/7 support, visibility, and so on and so forth. With the Aryaka WAN optimization as a service, you get this entire software stack, including the application-level proxies. But if all you're looking for today is a guaranteed network, then all you need is the network as a service from Aryaka, which gives you the global network, it gives you the QoS and security, and it gives you TCP optimization, which is a big differentiator across our network. What it also gives you is it allows you to burst above your commitment for a certain amount of time, so it gives you a little more headroom across the network for that functionality. So applications like voice, video, disaster recovery, basically any application will work much better on the Aryaka network. And over time, if you have specific productivity applications that you need to optimize, that option exists as well without having to deploy any appliances. So from our perspective, as you start scaling your network needs and you realize that you need to look at WAN optimization, we can turn it on with a flick of a switch and makes it really simple for you to grow across the Aryaka solution. Overall, there's zero CapEx. Who doesn't like zero CapEx? There's no big checks right up front. There's no configuration deployment costs. There's no time and effort. You don't need IT staff in every location to actually manage the devices in any case. And it's a monthly subscription model. So all in all, in terms of total cost of ownership, we're much more affordable than any other solution out there, whether it's just in terms of comparing us to MPLS, or if you're looking at our entire stack, comparing us to devices plus MPLS. The level of visibility that you get from Aryaka, whether it's looking at the status of all of your locations, the links across our network, whether it's our network itself or it's your last mile, allowing you the visibility of the latency at any time, and your traffic patterns, is incredible. I'd welcome you to come on board and try out the solution, and you'll know what we're talking about. Now, the best part about what we do is the instant access you get to SaaS and cloud services. So the network that you build using the Aryaka platform will take you seamlessly from headquarters, from your branch offices, from your data centers, to any SaaS or cloud service anywhere in the world without having to deploy any virtual or cloud appliance or pull any fiber. So it's a very simplistic way where you enter the Aryaka network from your private location, you ride over the optimized network to your destination, you get to within 5 to 10 milliseconds of all of these cloud services with all of the optimization from the network itself, and that gives you a much better experience. We have customers using us today for various cloud services like Amazon, Office 365, and some smaller SaaS models as well. And again, it's very, very simple to get up and running. You can be up and running the same day. Which MPLS provider will give you a free trial on your network? So Aryaka has a free trial. Basically, you can get up and running on our network. You can try the network using your existing business class internet link. You can be up and running the same day. And you can try out the performance for 2 days and see how it goes for you. And if you like what you see, we're welcome to, we'd love to have you on board as a customer. So let's take a look at a subset of the Aryaka customers. A number of these customers came to us because they had application performance issues, and a subset of these customers came to us because they heard about us as a connectivity solution for the network as a service, We brought them on board, they tried out the solution, and they realized that certain productivity applications benefited tremendously from the Aryaka optimization functionality. So not only did they get a reliable MPLS-like network, they also got WAN optimization built in. As you can see, we have a number of awards from various analyst firms and media outlets in the world. They appreciate what we've done. We are the world's first to generate this level of interest in any solution. Network as a service is very simple, and so is WAN optimization as a service. And providing it to enterprises as a utility model is something that is incredible for all of our prospects. Thank you for your time. Give us a call or email us at aryaka.com. Our website has a lot more information that we're happy to share with you, and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you.